So today, since it's December, we're only a few days away from Christmas, I decided to maybe it's time to do some kind of Christmassy motif. This time we're going to sketch the fireplace of my house, or our old house, I guess, because we moved since then, but I fortunately done a sketch of the fireplace and I really like the way it turned out. So for this session, we're going to use these new pencils, are Germany made, Steadler, and they're Mars Lumograph black. New pencils to me, they behave a little bit different than the regular graphite pencils do. So I just want to try to see how it's going to work out. And this time I'm going to start a little bit different. Most of the time I tell you to start light with the lightest pencil, which in this case will be HB. This one goes from HB all the way to 8B, excuse me, 8B, which I don't use them very often. So we'll see. They are very different pencils and we'll see how they're going to behave. So the first thing we do, we're just going to make a little frame here for our drawing. That will be good. And the fireplace, it was a stone, surrounded by a stone, so it had a little step here, sort of like this. And this is very light, it's still using the same technique, the light technique. And here, pretty much was this box that came out to about there. This is the firebox, and about here. Very light lines, nothing too well defined, as you can see. So that will come later. Here's where the wood was set on this grill-like box, and we have a little bit of perspective here, so we're going to draw that perspective that goes up the chimney like this. These are kind of like three different wall sides. Okay, so to show the perspective, we're going to take that into account. And inside, of course, there are bricks. And this is pretty straight there. Same thing here. We got pretty much the same as the other side because this goes to the side. There. Sort of like that. And that is the drawing for the outside. And of course we have to have a mantle, and ours they have a nice solid piece of wood on top. There. But I think it's too large. So I'm going to get my eraser and I'm going to bring it down a little bit because we have a wreath to put on top of there, and I'm going to have the space for that. So you see, when you sketch light, it just takes a little pass with the needle eraser just to erase everything. And this eraser works best when it's nice and warm and flexible like this, you see. Brand new eraser, nice. Okay, so we're going to give it another go. Here we have the step. The mailbox is going to mean the firebox is going to get reduced a little bit. So I think that's going to work out better. And here we have the mantle. A solid piece of wood that went all the way across here. And this fireplace, it was a stone fireplace, like I said before. So here we're just going to kind of like try to get some stones drawn. And of course, all of this is going to be covered later on with a lot of graphite. So a lot of these marks are going to disappear. Same thing here. I'm going to have some stones coming from different directions. Like that. And here you can just see just a little bit of a bow. We're going to add right here in the middle. There. And we had a wreath that went around this bow all the way around like this in a circle, so we're going to see only just part of it, not the whole thing, of course. There, and we have some stockings in here, you know, his and hers. It was mine and my wife's stockings, so we're going to put a couple of booties there, kind of like that. And these are just hanging from this area. And of course inside we have the firebox there, the wall. You see how fast we can sketch this. This is the brick that's lined up inside the firebox. There we go. And of course here we have this tray or grill like where the wood goes. And we just see a little bit of that. So that's pretty much the drawing we have. And we'll add another rock here, big piece of stone. This was a beautiful fireplace. I really enjoyed this fireplace. It was nice. Big chunks of stone. Okay, so now that we have that, we are going to go to add some charcoal, or in this case, well, I suppose to me it feels like charcoal, this pencil, that's why it's a charcoal. So I'm going to just pretty much darken this whole scene, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try to make this lines according to the rocks, different pieces of rock there. So it'll be more like broken. Pretty much what I'm doing here, I'm adding, besides adding the medium, which is, you know, the sharp blend graphite in this case, I'm also adding texture to this, because stones, you know, has a lot, they have a lot of texture. So I'm just still kind of feeling my way around, see how this is going to work out for me. I'm going to leave a little bit of white, left here because of for the fire, for the flames. So they're not going to be all dark. So I am going to leave a little bit of that there. So what I like to do when I'm doing this is I like to squint my eyes, because when you squint your eyes you can get rid of all of the details, the lines and stuff like that, and just to see how the overall composition is working. And as I'm just squinting my eye, I see just like, yeah, this can turn out into something. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to start darkening everything now, adding darker tone. So I'm going to start on this area. Since I'm right-handed, I'm going to start from the left, and here I'm going to define this stone more. That way we know what the main thing is. I need to have the mantle piece, like, you know, define it more. Of course, the stones, they weren't like exactly shaped like this, but we don't need to be that literal about transferring our idea from, you know, from our drawing, initial drawing to this one. There, right in here like this, and this is all. These are all pieces of sort of like brick and stone. It was just a nice combination. Whoever did this, this house was from the 19. I believe it was built in 1947, so it was an older house. But whoever did it took their time and working out all of this, um, laying the stone just in such beautiful ways, and it made it look beautiful. There, here we have the wreath, so I'm going to redraw the bow. This time I'm going a lot darker. My pencil is not very, the tip of the pencil is more rounded, you see, it's not as sharp. It has a little tip that I keep on rotating to keep some sharpness. If I need some, I'll have it there. And since the room was dark, of course, it's nice scene, so everything is pretty much in a very dark tone. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to try to make it as dark as I can. Gradually, though, I like to do it gradually. I don't like to do it all at once because that can get you in trouble later. And this way, you can keep some of your options still open to changes if you need to have changes. I know I can go a lot darker than this if I want to all at once, but I'm not doing that because this pencil, if you remember, I told you it's the 8B, which is a very dark pencil. So it's so it can get very dark, but we're going to get there little by little. This side of the wall. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get my stamp and I'm going to start blending this a little bit. And you're going to see that when I do this, it's going to start getting darker, you see? And of course I'm fast forwarding this because it's repetitive. I don't want to bore you to death, so whenever I can I'll fast forward. You see how unimportant those lines were at the beginning because they disappear when you do this. They really disappear. So that's why I don't worry much about the initial drawing part or drawing lines. Okay, so I'm going to use a piece of paper here to lay my hand on. That way I'm not going to be rubbing my oily skin on the paper, so and I'm going to darken it more. Try to go in the opposite direction now, put more pressure. The inside of the box here in the corner is going to be darker than in the rest of it because in the upper part there's less light in this area, so that's what I'm doing, darken it. One thing when you're doing this and you want to avoid to go too hard or you're going to end up ruining your paper. You cannot put too much pressure. You need to put pressure on it, of course, to make the lines and the strokes darker, but you don't want to go too hard on this because then the paper, you're going to put too much indentations on the paper and then you're going to ruin your paper. And once that's happening, that is pretty much over for the drawing paper. Then you have to start all over again because the paper gets ruined. So this just requires some patience. Sometimes it's hard to find the patience. I am not the most patient person in the world, so that's why my style tends to be looser, because I just cannot spend a lot of time in just one drawing. I can spend a lot of time in a drawing, but when it comes to filming, it's a little different story because here we have some time restrictions, so it's not like I'm doing just for the. I'm doing it like a regular drawing. No, it's different. I'm not sure exactly how well this is going to erase. How it's going to lift when it comes to the eraser, because I need to lift some of this charcoal, so I'll be learning at the same time, just like you are. Okay. So I'm just going to test and see what it's like. So here I got my kneaded eraser, and I have a nice clean area here. Just to put a little highlight, just to see how it's going to lift. It's going to be something brighter here, the edge of the fireplace. This is going to have to be lighter. Same thing here. It's going to have a. What I'm doing here, I'm trying to create a nice chisel-like edge. You see, like that. So on the inside here is where we're going to see a highlight, like that. The fire. It's going to be a little highlight here on the bottom, of course. There. It's lifting up pretty nice so far. This really behaves a lot more than more like charcoal than anything else, really. These booties or these stockings are going to have a highlight, of course, around here where they're going to get some light from the fire. There. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my. This is the 4B. I just want to keep on trying to see how all of this behaves. So I'm going to try the 6B. So see how it goes. This is the 6B. We're going to start in the firebox and see. Okay, so now that we have most of our darks in place. Now I'm going to start maybe lifting a little bit of the highlights here and there, so to make it a little more complete. So for this, since this pencil is just so different than the one I'm so used to working with, I'm going to use my electric or battery power eraser to do that. There. And here the ribbon maybe is going to have a little highlight. And here I want to show a little bit of highlights on the brick liner. Here a little highlight on the stones here and there, not all of them, just some. The main thing here to learn is to not go dark right away, but rather just do it a little bit on, as you saw me doing in sections, and just little kind of like layering. There. So we have our Merry Christmas fireplace. And as usual, I like to get my needle eraser for the last touch here and just clean some of the excess we might have on the outside of the frame side. And right here. There. Okay, so now the only thing we have left to do here, just to make it a little more finished, is to, I will go all over with number 8B pencil, kind of just give it a little darker tone, darker shade. I tell you, I love to draw, and I know sometimes I might go a little bit too far, but that's okay, because I'm really enjoying the process, right? So I love to do this stuff. And I just noticed I forgot I'm playing Christmas music in the background, as you can hear now. Kind of appropriate. I kind of had to get in the mood. It's sort of like a mindset, when you do this kind of stuff. So whatever helps to help you to get into that mindset, so you can come up with something that has a lot more than just a plain fireplace, but has a little more of a holiday, a little more artistic, more poetic. I don't know what you want to call it. Feel, you just do what you have to do. This is my style. This is how it. A lot of times I think I'm painting really instead of sketching. Now this to me is looking more like a sketch. For this type of sketch I wanna do, it was more like with the music we're listening. I love Christmas, even though I don't have my kids around. My grandkids are not either. It's just my wife, my stepdaughter, and I now this year. It's still fun for me. I still find it magical. But definitely when you have kids, it's so much better. No doubt about it. So anyway, happy holidays. I'm getting to my final stages. I might tweak it up some. I might just stop right here. Who knows? If you want to watch the rest of it, keep on watching it. Otherwise, thank you for watching. And happy holidays. And don't forget to give me a like. That would be a nice Christmas gift. Goodbye. Boy, this begin to start feeling like it's more of a private moment that I'm sharing with you. I'm by myself here, listening to Christmas music, while I'm sketching this fireplace scenes from our home. Life is good. Well, Merry Christmas once again. Thank you for watching me. I hope you keep on coming back. I hope you get something from my sketches, and till next time, goodbye.